Wow, the Milwaukee Bucks have waived Damian Lillard in a move that I did not see coming whatsoever. They're looking to utilize that money to sign Myles Turner instead. And this closes the door in what has been a heartbreaking tenure in Milwaukee for Lillard. A couple years ago, when he first went to the Bucks, there was a lot of hype and a lot of excitement around this team because you had Giannis, a top three player in the world, and then you add in Damian Lillard to the mix, this player who was not only an incredible point guard in his own right, but he had become a beloved player for his time and his loyalty with the Trailblazers. And finally, after being so loyal to Portland, Lillard decided that he wanted a chance to win a ring, and he joined up with the Milwaukee Bucks. But things never quite worked out over there for him, be it through his play not necessarily being quite the same as it was in Portland or injuries. But the most somber moment was when he tore his Achilles. And still rehabbing from that, he has now been waived by Milwaukee. And I think the initial reaction to this by a lot of people is going to be shock because you don't see a player of this caliber get waived very often. He's not all NBA Lillard anymore, perhaps, especially when we don't know what he's going to be coming back after that Achilles tear. But he's still probably an all-star caliber point guard just because of his shooting ability. And this guy has been so great for so long, you just don't expect to see something like this happen. So the initial reaction with it being shock, I think a lot of people are going to be asking, what is next for Damian Lillard? And that's fair to ask. I want to do something a little bit different. I want to ask you to take a second, look in the rearview mirror, because in this fast-paced league that takes no time to slow down for anyone, it's so easy to ask what's next for a player and try to really decipher that, look at potential outcomes like the Miami Heat. But in doing so, sometimes you can forget to appreciate the caliber of a player like this, because Lillard has been so great for so long. And if we're caught up in just what is next for him, I think it can be easy to lose sight of all that he has done already and to celebrate him for that. Because right now he's probably about at his lowest. I'm sure he didn't really expect to be waived either. So why not take a step back and appreciate Damian Lillard for just 1 second here? I want to rattle off some statistics, some numbers for him. Coming into the league in the 2012-2013 season, Lillard was pretty much a superstar out the gate, making an immediate impact. He was the Rookie of the Year, and then by year two, he was a member of the All-NBA third team, as well as an All-Star. And to this point in his career, he's made 9 All-Star games in 7 All-NBA teams, and in the process of doing so, he has been a lethal scorer, averaging 30 twice, and overall has been a very exciting player. He is very similar to the mold of a Steph Curry type, in which you could argue about his shot selection all day, but he's comfortable taking those shots from distance, and there's a good chance they're going in. And there's been so many memorable moments created from that, like the one on Paul George, his 55-point game in the playoffs against the Nuggets in 2021. There's been a lot of fun times for Dame. And now, he's in the twilight years of his career. He's getting up there in age. At 34 years old, he's definitely not getting any younger, especially with this Achilles tear. But he has done so much already. He's been a face of loyalty in the NBA, face of commitment and dedication, because it's not easy to stay with a franchise like the Trailblazers for so long. So many guys want to gravitate towards the big market. And Lillard, for so long, he's stuck there and believed in the franchise and the organization, and that extended to the entirety of Portland. He made a difference in that community. Then he won a ring, and he went to Milwaukee, and things didn't quite work out there, but that was exciting when he first went there and teamed up with Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a pick-and-roll duo, we all thought. A top 3 player in the world and a top 5 point guard in the world at the time. And things didn't quite work out there, but it's been a fun ride for Damian Lillard. So when everybody's asking what's next for him, I hope this was a good moment to just take a step back and appreciate all that he has done. And not only ask what's next for him, but what occurred in the past for him to get to this point, and all that he has done in this league, the memories that he has created. Wishing the best for Damian Lillard and all that comes forward in the future for him. This is one of the elite point guards of the 2010s. And as a 9-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA already, his legacy as one of the best point guards of the 2010s is already set in stone. What a ride it's been for Lillard. It's only going to continue. We'll see how he rehabs. We'll see where he goes. But let's not forget to appreciate all that he has done already. He has made some unforgettable memories in moments that will live on forever in NBA history. Thank you, Damian Lillard.